A friend stopped by for a visit recently. As we were talking, he said, "What smells so good?" I told him I was making barbecue chicken thighs with a special keto spice rub I make up for my meal preps. He doesn't follow low carb or keto, but he sure loved that piece of chicken and said it was amazing. So I wanted to share this with my keto friends here on YouTube. Okay guys, here's what you're going to need to make this simple spiced chicken recipe. We have 3 tablespoons of paprika. We have 2 tablespoons of swerved brown sugar. We have 2 tablespoons of chili powder. 1 tablespoon of black ground pepper. 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. 1 tablespoon of onion powder, and 1 tablespoon of sea salt. Now we're going to mix that up. It mixes up fairly well except for the little bit of brown sugar, which you have to kind of give a little bit of help to. So once we get all this mixed up, there's your rub. Pretty straightforward. And what I do is I tend to make this up in a larger batch like this. This will probably do about 12 to 15 pieces of chicken. So when this is all mixed up, I'll put it in a snap container and use that throughout the week. Probably 2 or 3 different sessions of chicken. Does it good. So our rub is ready. One thing that I do is I use an avocado spray on the actual chicken. And I find that this actually helps the rub to stick a little better. You could use water, you could skip the avocado spray, you could use olive oil, whatever you want. So we're going to take our chicken and we're going to put it into our little rub bowl and dust off a little extras. We're going to get them all set. Now after this batch is done, I'm going to make another batch. So that's why I have it all in the big bowl here, and I'm going to do a second batch right after this. So I'll be making 10 to 12 pieces, I think, today out of this one batch. And if you keep that in an airtight container, you should be good for, gosh, probably even a couple of weeks. I use it so fast I don't even know. Never had it go bad on me. Okay, so our chicken is all ready. It is all prepped. It is all spiced up. And now we're going to cook it. We're going to cook it at 400 degrees for 30 minutes to start. At the 30-minute mark, we are going to pull it out, use a basting brush, and put on some G. Hughes sugar-free barbecue sauce on half of them. Now, the other half, we're going to put on some G. Hughes sugar-free honey mustard sauce. And we're going to cook it for another 8 to 12 minutes. Okay, so our timer just went off. Chicken's been cooking for 30 minutes. And at this point, we're going to take it out and we are going to baste this. Now this is the G. Hughes barbecue sauce. We're going to put this on 3 of them. And then we're going to use the G. Hughes honey mustard on the other 3. So that way I can kind of mix it up, depending on what I want that day, taste-wise. And I'm just putting this on there with a basting brush. Now we are cooking at 400 degrees, like I said, and we've cooked 30 minutes so far. And we're going to cook about 8 to 12 more minutes, 8 to 10 more minutes or so. It's going to be just more of a temperature thing. At about the 8-9 minute mark, I'll check them. If they're 165 degrees, then they're done. If they're not, they go back in for a few more minutes. So there's my first 3. I'm going to put the rest of that on there because I like this stuff. This G. Hughes is pretty good stuff. All right, now the other 3, I'm going to do the honey mustard. Just basting that on there pretty good, getting that nice and coated. That initial spice rub that's on the base is so yummy. Sometimes I'll even leave one of these or 2 of these with nothing, just the spice rub. I just mix it up. That's the fun part. So that's ready to go back in. We're going to put it back into the oven for another 8 to 10 minutes, usually about that. Okay, so our timer just went off. Our chicken should be ready. We're going to check the temperature. I have a little digital Weber thermometer here. You're going to stick that in and see what kind of temperature we get. We want 165 or higher. There we go, 167. All right, so that one's done. Let's just check a couple other ones just for fun. We don't want to be, oh, that's 171. This one's 173. Yeah, so these are all done. So that took 38 minutes total. Sometimes a little higher, sometimes a little lower. Your oven may vary. Mine's on 400 right now. And yep, we are all at 167 to 175. So we're good with that. All right, guys, that's my spice rub for chicken. Pretty simple. I like to do the meal prepping. I use the containers that I get from Amazon, nice and sectioned out, easy to measure and weigh. And then I put in some broccoli, some Brussels sprouts, some green beans, piece of chicken. You can freeze these, you can dishwasher these, you can put them in the refrigerator. I find too, if it's already pre-made for me and it's already ready to go, it's easier to stick on track. When I'm ready for lunch, I grab one of these and I go. Don't even think twice about it. Sometimes if I still want chicken and it's dinner, I grab another one. It's easy. Well, hey, thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope you try this. And if you do, let me know in the comments what you think of it.